I had high hopes for my next destination as I headed over the gap in the two stacks in Benvoy Beach on the Copper Coast in Ireland. This location is stunning, with black sands and really make you think you are in Iceland. However, there is a phrase in photography that if you have expectations, all it can give you is disappointment. And this is something which actually came true for me today. The conditions were nice, but the light wasn't great. The waves were nice, but they weren't very strong. And the tide was going out, revealing what I hoped to be black sand, but unfortunately, it was covered by lots of rocks. So join me as we go adventure on this beautiful location for sunset in Waterford in Ireland.
You know, there's the old phrase is that if you go with expectations, all it can lead to is disappointment. And right now, I'm kind of feeling that because I've come across from my last episode to an area here. I was behind that in the last episode, but here it's supposed to be black sand, but it's not. It's full of rocks, so obviously in, heavy weather and such like that, it's brought a lot of rocks around here, and there are quite big signs, I suppose, of coastal erosion as well. So I'm not going to be able to get the types of photos that I wanted to get, so it's a bit disappointing, to be honest. Nonetheless, it's still a beautiful location. Over here, we've got some rocks that are leading out. I don't know if this can pick it up or not because it's kind of stuck on my face, but we've got some rocks that are leading out there, and I'm going to try and play around with those. Might get a nice sunset actually. I don't know what's on the western horizon, I can't see that, but going to play around, like I said, going to see what type of photos I can get. The water is extremely calm as well, so there's no movement whatsoever. Even on the other side it was calm, but as the water has gone out now, there is no movement at all in these waves. So I think the only thing I can actually do here is try and go for some sort of different photograph. Probably use a polarizer, try and see through the water, show what's underneath the water to a certain extent. But the challenge I think I'm going to have is to find something strong enough to be the interest, I suppose, not even on the foreground, but on the top element of the photograph. So yeah, let's have a look anyway here. Let's see what we can find. Sun is going to be nice, like I say, it's shining on me right now. So while it's there, I might take a couple of shots anyway. And sure, nonetheless, we'll see what we get regardless. Isn't really working out according to plan. So originally, like I said, I wanted to get the black sand. That's gone. Now I've come into the water here in a bit of a rock pool, but the light has actually disappeared from the rocks that were on the outside here, or the stacks that were just off the beach. But the sun now as well is fading quite quickly, so I'm in shade right now. Over here you can still see there's a bit of light, so I'm going to go follow that, which is going back upon myself from where I was from the last episode, but maybe I'll take a photograph of those stacks from this side and use the water as a leading line going up to it while the light is still there. But yeah, not the greatest, to be honest, but nonetheless still a good shot, still a good opportunity to be able to be out, I suppose, really. So yeah, I'm going to head on up here now before I miss all that light, and yeah, we'll see how we get on then from there. Things just seem to be getting better and better. And there's sarcasm in my voice there because they're getting worse and worse. As I've come up here now further a bit, there's a lot of seaweed which are actually blocking the view that I normally wanted to have looking onto that stack. But I think I can get a small bit of reflection as well, as you can kind of make it out. Where am I doing it? Here. So if I can get that within the shot, I think it will be nice. I have also found some of the black sand that I was looking for as well, without as many as those rocks as I showed you earlier on. But yeah, I'm happy always to be out. Not happy really in regards to how it's gone so far, and the light, as you can see there, is just now on the horizon, so it's not going to be there for much longer. It's starting to fade in the stack as well, so I better get quick, better get the shot before the light fades off that anyway. And if we get anything else, I'll check back in there and I'll show you what I'm doing at that point. I've come back over to where I started from, and on the horizon there's a sequence of 3 stacks, so I decided to go for a long exposure shot. And as I was zooming in just to make sure that it was sharp, I noticed something that was just peeking its head in between the clouds, and that was the moon. So just rising, wasn't expecting it. I think I've got a shot of it alright, but it's just now gone in behind some clouds again. So quite lucky, I suppose, really, in the amount of bad luck that I've had really in regards to this shoot. But hopefully that'll be a nice shot anyway to kind of finish off a more or less uneventful shoot, to be honest with you. Water going out, gave me nothing really to photograph. And like I said earlier on there, the black sand that I was hoping to get was non-existent. And by the time I kind of settled on something, the water had gone out and then the seaweed stopped leaking. Nice, I suppose, really. But here, I think it'll be a nice shot. I've taken a couple of different photographs, taken a very long 30-second exposure to smooth out that water. And then I've taken a couple of other types of exposures as well, just to see what the photograph would be like. And then I've also taken a very quick one too, to be able to expose for the moon, which, yeah, you can't even see now. So I was lucky that I did see it when I got that photograph. So I'm going to finish up on this episode. The light is pretty much gone anyway now. Hope you've enjoyed coming along with me. Like I said from the outset, really, the only thing that expectations can deliver is disappointment, and today is really another case of that. But I've enjoyed myself. Hope you've enjoyed coming with me. If it's your first time on the channel, please hit that subscribe button, leave me a like, leave me a comment, and until the next time, slán go fóill.